back. This is live at the Center for Performing Arts at Rhinebeck. This is our May show. And behind you is the fabulous Globe stage. Yes, bravo on that. Built generously a series of grants from what used to be the Dutchess County Arts Council, which is now Arts Mid-Hudson. Originally, we got a grant when Benjamin Krevelin was the executive director. That's many years ago. That's at least 11 years ago. Followed by another grant a couple of years after that to refurbish. And this year, Linda Marston-Reed and Mary Kay Verba and Marcus Molinaro came up with some money. So this is a wonderful asset to our theater. And the great thing about it is it was built by public money. And we are just finishing up, as I am speaking. Well, we've done Rosencrantz and Guildenstern is dead and are dead, and now we're about to begin The Taming of the Shrew. But this month's show, is featuring the final show of the Shakespeare Festival, Cole Porter's Kiss Me, Kate, which is the musical version of The Taming of the Shrew. And Paul Schubert, who is an expert on all things musical, particularly the unfinished works of Schubert. So why are we doing the show, and what is it about Cole Porter? It's got great songs.
It's got great songs.
Like
Wunderbar, which everybody sings every morning the first second they get up.
Yeah.
At least I know I do.
Yeah. Too Darn Hot.
It's got Too Darn Hot. It's got So in Love, which is just a
Brush
very
Up Your
luscious,
Shakespeare.
Brush Up Your Shakespeare. It's a great 11th hour number.
Yeah.
Or in our case, the 10th hour number.
Right. Well, it does happen toward the end of the show, doesn't it?
It does, yes. And the show's not 3.5 hours, so I guess that would make it the 10.5 hour number.
My God, 3.5 hours. This is Emily Depew. She's the director of Kiss Me Kate. Why did you want to do the show? And don't say it's because
you asked me to do the show.
Having fun?
Yeah, I am. I was a little nervous at first. It's a huge show.
It is huge.
And there are 2 shows in one, so there's a show within a show.
What are the shows that are in the show?
There's Kiss Me Kate, the musical, and then inside it, there's Taming of the Shrew, the musical. So it's a little tricky.
Is Taming of the Shrew a musical in
Yes.
Kiss Me Kate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were just doing the head-on, straight-on version. So this is about a divorced Broadway couple who are performing together in this play. You are not the couple.
We are not the divorced couple.
This
We
is
are
Brandon
a couple.
Argento and Kate Podell.
We're the prettier couple.
But
The
yeah.
prettier and younger couple. Don't tell Amy I said that.
Or
Tell
David.
me. Or David wouldn't care. So who are you playing, Brandon?
I'm playing Bill / Lucento in The Taming of the Shrew.
Bill Lucentio.
And then I'm playing Lois / Bianca.
Right. For those of you who don't know, Bianca is Kate's sister, and you're Bianca's suitor, correct?
Yes, I am the love interest.
The love interest.
But she has many. So.
Who has many? She has many?
She has many.
Oh, but the
Yes.
character,
The character
Lois
has
has
Yeah.
many.
Yeah,
Not
well,
me.
Not in real life.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
What big
Well, actually, I
songs,
don't know.
Kate, what
Let's
big
just make
songs
that
do you
known.
sing? What big songs do you sing?
I sing Always True to You in My Fashion,
Right, which is a very famous song.
which is a big song. And then also Why Can't You Behave?
Why can't you behave? What do you say?
She's singing that one to me, Why Can't I Behave? Because I can't behave. And I sing Bianca, which is pronounced Bianca, not Bianca. We don't know why.
No, we
Because
do
it
know
rhymes
why.
with
Because
it rhymes with the
words.
words.
It rhymes with
Bianca.
It rhymes with Sanka.
Sanka, it's gotta be.
Sanka.
Okay.
Spanka.
Yeah,
Spanka's
so-
where it's at.
Yeah.
It's
That's,
Spanka.
that song's about all her many suitors.
Right.
In as Lois,
In
not as
the not
yeah.
yeah.
Not in the tape.
So
Yeah.
this is, how many shows have you directed now? You started with South Pacific?
Here, I did South Pacific, I did Seussical, I did Everyman, and the Scarlet Letter.
Scarlet Letter. And now this, so this is 5. And what else, where else?
I did a lot of stuff at college, so like one acts and full-length plays, but this is the first place I've ever.
We seem to give you all the big shows.
Yeah, I know.
Every Man was not a big show, but certainly South Pacific was a big show.
Yeah,
She
it was
can
a lot of
handle
fun.
it.
Aw.
She can handle it.
Thanks, babe.
Were you the MD for South Pacific? Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
And
'Cause we-
Seussical.
And Seussical. Yeah.
We had you up there in sailor hats, didn't we?
I blocked that out. I don't remember.
Yeah, we had the band on stage. You all looked like sailors.
Yeah.
So it looked like the South Pacific. So Brandon, you've done like 111 shows.
Yes.
That's a lot.
My most recent here was Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages
Hoorah.
with Sean, holding on
Matthew
a little
Whiteford.
bit. Castaway,
West Side Story with Paul.
right?
Last year, which we won a revival to.
Yes.
By the way, just throwing it out there, public. Give us some comments.
Played my husband.
I played your husband last year. Yep. At Trinity, I did Dogfight most recently, as Boland, and here I've also done Les Mis. You Can't Take It With You, and.
You were a husband and wife.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're
Yeah,
husband
that
and
was
wife. So she still tells me what to do now. It's my director.
And Kate, you were just in You're a Good Man, Charlie
I
Brown.
was just in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Played Sally Brown, one of my favorite roles ever.
Right.
Let's see what else. I did Little Shop of Horrors. I've been in You're in Town here. What else?
Were you in a whorehouse?
I was in the best little whorehouse in Texas. I played a lovely little whore.
Were you in high school when Were you in high school when you started working here?
I was, yes,
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I've been doing theater here so many years. I couldn't even tell you which show was my first show here.
But you've been here at least 10 years.
At least,
Yeah.
at least,
And
yes.
Paul, you were here since the 10th.
Yeah, before
Actually,
that.
before the 10th. You were at the
20
Morton Library, right?
This is our 26th year
You're 26th.
in Rhinebeck doing
Yeah.
stuff for Rhinebeck.
Yeah, well, this is our 19th here, and 18 is 20 years in the building.
Yeah, isn't
And then
that
4
wow.
years before that.
Time flies, huh?
It does when you're having fun. Ask me if I'm having fun. So this is Kiss Me Kate, which we're calling a play of two plays. It's by Cole Porter, and it really is a dazzling score. And it's a very witty book. Well, how can it not be? It's got William Shakespeare in there. It plays May 5th through 21st here at the Center for Performing Arts, Friday and Saturday at 8, Sunday at 3. Tickets are $27, $25. You call us, 845-876-3080, Tuesday through Friday, between the hours of noon and 5, and Saturday between 1 and 5. Always online, www.centerforperformingarts.org. I don't need to say www anymore. Everybody gets it, right?
We should mention the two leads.
Oh, I'm sorry, the
We have
two
two
leads were
leads,
not here.
yeah.
Why aren't they here?
I think just like personal things they had to do and work.
Personal things?
Well, Amy had work and
Oh,
Dave.
They were getting
Yeah,
into
yeah,
character.
They're
Family.
getting you.
So David Foster and Amy Gustin,
Gustin.
are the leads.
Who else is it?
The two gangsters are Charles Barnett and Michael Britt.
Right.
They're very funny.
We have wonderful choreography by Natalie Rose Hobson.
Yes.
Selfish
Is she in it
dog.
too?
She is.
She is
dancing,
in it, yes.
And she is doing Too Darn Hot.
She's
Even though it's
performing that.
usually written for a guy.
Usually that's a huge number, right? So is it not a smaller number?
No, it's huge.
It is
Yeah.
huge as well? What did the chorus wind up being? Because I know we were dragooning people.
Oh, yes. Total, we have 24 people, and I think we have about 8 and 8, maybe?
8 and 8?
Yeah,
Okay.
for
Cool.
chorus.
24, that's a big show.
Yeah, I know.
So is the Shakespeare part of it as easy or easier or harder than the Cole Porter part of it?
I would personally say easier.
You think it's easier?
But I've done
You,
Taming of the
yeah.
Shrew before, so I've been Petruchio before, so it's easier.
Where'd you
for
do
me.
Petruchio?
SUNY Dutchess. I did Petruchio, and it was one of my favorite roles I've ever done.
That's a great play.
Yeah, he's so fun.
Yeah,
But David's doing an awesome job. I love him.
yeah. What do you think, Kate?
I
Have you
would
done
say
Shakespeare?
I have done Shakespeare. Back in high school, I did Romeo and Juliet. I played the nurse. I haven't done a lot of Shakespeare, but I've done a little bit. Yeah, but I would say probably the Shakespeare might be a little more easy than our lovely Cole Porter part.
He didn't write the book, did he? Did he write the book of Kiss Me Kate?
No.
Who wrote the
I
book?
don't know. Tell you
Nobody
the
I
truth.
know
knows.
the name.
To look that up.
but-
We don't have it here, do we?
No.
We know it's Cole
Sounds
Porter's
smart.
music.
Definitely Cole Porter music.
Yeah,
And
that we know.
lyrics.
Yes.
lyrics.
And lyrics.
He writes both.
But I don't know who wrote the book. You've done Shakespeare here.
I have. I've been on stage with you doing Shakespeare.
That's right.
That was
Julius
fun.
Caesar.
Yeah, just Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
Playing a bunch of gangsters.
But you
from
were on
Chicago.
stage playing piano for
For
Midsummer
Midsummer.
Night's
Yes,
Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream. That was a lot of fun.
And you were in Othello.
I was in Othello, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
on
you
this
directed
globe,
it, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great space. And you've done Shakespeare. Which ones have you done here? You were in Midsummer.
Midsummer.
What else? Macbeth.
I can't say that name, but
Well,
you
I
just
can.
said it.
Well, you just said it, so
I don't care.
it's been around.
The
spit.
Scottish play.
Yeah.
Were you in any
I
others?
don't think so. No. I mean,
No.
I've done lots of other plays,
Yeah,
but
but not here.
Shakespeare. Yeah.
Yeah, not here. All right, so this is Kiss Me Kate, May 5 through 21. So Charlie Barnett and Michael Britt, Amy Gustin, Dave Foster, Kate Padell, Brandon Argento. Who else is? Who else do we say?
You said Barnett.
Yeah, I said Barnett. Foster.
Alex.
Madeline.
Natalie.
Alex Taylor.
Alex. Who's Alex playing?
Alex is Gremio or Hortensio?
He's Gremio, Dan is Hortensio.
Dan is Hortensio.
Dan who?
I don't know Dan
Gets
Foster.
it.
I'm sorry, Dan. I love you.
And Buddy.
Peter's
Buddy's
son.
in it.
Oh,
No,
Buddy.
no.
Buddy's in it.
Buddy
plays
Clark.
My
Buddy Clark's
dad.
in it?
Baptista.
Okay. He's Baptista?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave
Dave
Weinberg's in it?
Weinberg, yep.
Yeah, he's the
Weinberg,
General,
he's General.
General Howell.
Cool.
Lou Trapani's in it. He doesn't
I
know
am
it
very
yet.
tiny.
He hasn't
part.
done any
Which part
rehearsals.
is in it?
I haven't been to a single rehearsal.
One. You came to
I
one.
came to one rehearsal. Okay, that's true.
He starts the
little
show.
busy.
He sings the first line, right, Lou?
I do?
Paul told you that.
Yeah, I know. Another opening. Is that what
That's
it
the
you go.
one. Do not sound like Ethel Merman, please.
I can't help myself. All right, so May 5th through 21, Cole Porter's dazzling musical Kiss Me Kate here at the Center for Performing Arts, 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 3 p.m. on Sunday. You call us, 845-876-3080 or centerforperformingarts.org, online 24 hours a day. Any last words? Anything we need to say?
It's a lot of fun.
Come see
It's
it.
a lot of fun.
Come
Come
see
see
it.
it.
It's
It
really
is.
good.
This is the 11th Sam Scripps Shakespeare Festival. In honor of Sam Scripps, the reason why it's in honor of Sam. Sam was not only our vice president, but Sam Scripps donated most of the money that built the Globe in London that his friend Sam Wanamaker decided to build. Before Sam Wanamaker was in London, there was no Globe, and he got together with some folks, Sam Scripps being one, and they built that theater, which is one of the most magnificent theaters in the entire world. And ours is a knockoff on the paint scheme. We all got to be friends because Sam was a big contributor in RVP, and we met Mark Rylance and all those people, and this is what we have. And as I said, because of the generosity of Arts Mid-Hudson and Marcus Molinaro and Mary Kay Verba and Linda Marston Reed, Benjamin Krevel and all those folks, we've got this. So we're very proud of it. So we'll be back. You're going to do a couple of numbers, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. We'll be back.
Why can't you behave? Oh, why can't you behave? After all the things you told me and the promises that you gave. Oh, why
here to forecast Casablanca. Sweet Bianca, Bianca for you.
And we're back and finishing up in the month of May, not part of the Shakespeare Festival, but certainly kind of a wonderful capper to the whole experience. Castaway Players, led by Sean Matthew Whiteford, coming back to do their second concert of this year. This is the Beatles experience.
The Beatles experience.
Yeah, so why are you all doing these rock and rollers who were like famous and on the scene before you were even born?
Because I was raised by this music.
You were.
Yes.
So your mom and dad.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, my whole childhood is just me listening to my dad's records.
So
So
you David
all this
Bowie
has
was the
been
last
very
thing you did. So you loved
infused.
David Bowie. So now the Beatles.
David Bowie?
Yeah.
That's debatable.
Well, didn't you the last time you were on? You said
No, the David Bowie. I'd never heard Bowie before.
Oh,
but
David Bowie, David
I'll
Bowie.
accept that. It's your show.
Well, he is now.
Some
But,
people
the-
say Bowie.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to the Beatles. My dad's not a huge fan, but my mom certainly was. In
Of the
fact,
Beatles?
Yeah, a little tidbit. She actually wrote fake autographs on one of her albums, the Meet the Beatles album.
I used to do the
Used
same
to tell-
thing.
Really?
Yeah, seriously, I learned how to forge all their names when I was a kid because I was so fascinated.
Paul Schubert is our resident musicologist. He's also one of the 4 people, or one of 2 of 4 who probably were around when the Beatles were actually
yeah,
here.
yeah, I remember watching Ed Sullivan when they first came on.
63,
Insane.
64.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 63.
Yeah, 63, 64.
I'm only here because I'm stuck to the chair.
Yeah.
Have nothing to do with the show.
And this
Ambulance
is
on its
Brianna.
way.
Your last name again, Brianna,
Deval
is?
Cermak.
And you're in this show.
I am.
And what big numbers do you sing? What big Beatles songs are we gonna?
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
yes.
I'm a part of a few medleys
Okay.
with Across the Universe. I'll sing that
Okay.
in a little bit. And
I want to hold your hand. You're
Yeah.
in that.
okay, yeah.
Are you doing this sequentially so that we get them from the?
Yeah, we're trying to go in
She
order
loves
a
you,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, and then you're gonna go all the way up to
The main issue with the show is just the catalog is insane.
Yeah, it's
with
huge.
David
So many
Bowie,
songs.
with the David Bowie show, we were focusing on just an era of his career,
The
so
Ziggy
it's very
Stardust
easy
era,
to
yeah.
just to focus in on that. But this, we're kind of covering a whole enormous catalog, so there's a lot of let's try this. Okay, that doesn't work. Well, there's this. Figuring out the playlist has been certainly
How big is your band?
tricky. We're looking at a 5-piece at the moment. Yeah.
Cool. And you're in it,
Yeah.
and you're singing and
Yeah, I'll be s-
directing,
I'll be singing.
choreographing.
There's not really any
Lots of
choreography in
pirouettes.
this one,
There's
but
no choreography.
not really. Ziggy was choreographed for sure,
Right.
but Ziggy, if we're gonna compare, that was a real theatrical kind of experience type thing. This is more of a straightforward, not straightforward because that sounds boring, because it's not boring at
Celebration.
all. It's but just a celebration of the catalog.
Right.
So
So David Bowie, was
Bowie.
very, very theatrical, and he certainly made his characters very dominant, and they influenced a lot of how we feel about music today, and then also the whole MTV experience. I don't believe really would have happened unless he had been on the scene, because I think when you were on the last time, one of the very first music videos I think ever produced was produced by David Bowie. And the Beatles are interesting because of the progression of their music
oh yeah,
and their political progression,
absolutely.
and how they totally changed culture. Without a doubt.
Absolutely, yeah, hands down, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the most celebrated band in the world.
And the most influential.
I don't even think that's an opinion. I think it's
Right,
just fact.
right.
The effect they've had on culture
Right.
everywhere is astonishing.
And every impact that they had. I know their impact on the war in Vietnam was profound. A lot of their music became very counterculture and very pacifistic. And certainly they embraced the bearded hippie look way in advance of a lot of other personalities, and certainly how they influence drug culture, the acceptance.
Drug culture, yeah.
The
That's the whole White Album.
Yeah. So, were you around when they? No, you're too young.
No.
What are we
How
talking,
dare you,
60?
sir.
I am a lady.
54 years, 55 years
It's crazy.
since they first showed up. And how many are left? Just two, right?
Just Paul and I was gonna say John. Paul and Ringo.
Yeah, yeah. Who was you have a favorite?
Paul, hands down.
Really?
Absolutely.
You have a favorite?
I mean, not really. I mean, they're all like so different, yet somehow they came together and were like
Yeah.
a single unit, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Paul's awesome. He's still making great music. which
He's still
is-
well. That's debatable. Some of it
Yeah.
is a little,
Yeah.
little wonky. Paul, you
I was
like
named
Paul.
after Paul.
are you kidding me?
Yes, I'm kidding you.
I thought.
I don't, it's like Paul and John. John.
But you were only like
John-
5 or 6 years old when they first burst on
Six
the
or
scene.
seven, yeah, 6 or 7. But then I grew up with, with all the changes they went through. I was
I
younger than they
was-
were, obviously, but
16 or 17.
Yeah.
And I remember being warned.
that's only a few years younger than them. They were like 18 or 19 when in 63.
Yeah, they're very young. Yeah, Paul is only like 2 years older than I am, 2 or 3 years older than I am. But we were warned by the nuns
Yes.
not to listen.
Devil's music.
It was devil's music, not to listen,
Yeah, so
and
was
not
all
to
this.
Playing
not to
records
look
backwards,
like
you
them.
know.
Yeah, I tell you.
Paul is dead.
Not to
Paul's
look-
dead.
Oh, I got fascinated with that.
Fall.
Yeah.
Foul. Whatever they call them.
Yeah. So, how long is the show? I mean, you
That depends on what the set list ends up being. Ziggy clocked in at around 75, but
Yeah,
we
that was
have at
short.
least 30 more songs in the
so you
mix
might
of
go
this. So
100.
looking at
120.
100 minutes maybe.
100 hours.
A lot of that 100 hours of nonstop
Oh, you could do that.
Beatles.
You could do a 3-act thing, just have 2 intermissions.
And I like just no intermission. Just
Sleepover.
do it and let people just like get stunted by it and then just go
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
It's a great feeling to like
Yeah.
go to Terrapin at 10 p.m. instead of 11:30 p.m. You know, it's the
Get right
after
into that.
show.
So you didn't tell me who your favorite Beatle was.
Well, you interrupted me.
I
started.
did. I know.
Just kidding. I shouldn't say that to him because, Anyway, he's my boss. I don't know. Paul or John. John was such an integral part. The day he died, I actually went to the Dakota.
Did you?
Yeah, that's a long story that I won't tell now. I'll
Yeah.
tell you some other time. So John is a definite favorite, but Paul is like, he was the best songwriter, I think,
Yeah.
of the 4 of them, without a doubt.
Best singer too.
And I got to see him a few years ago. I took my kids, Angelica and Maya, who you know very well. It was
Yeah.
their first rock concert. We saw McCartney at Yankee Stadium a bunch of years ago because I always wanted to see a Beatle live before I died, so I got that opportunity. Have
So
you-
no
did you
Ringo,
see Paul?
though.
Have you seen?
I know, but I collect Paul
Yeah.
things. Yes,
Yeah.
I have like a weird Korean record that he did I think in Korea. It's
Oh,
like not
funny.
in English at all, but it's him singing like Little Richard songs.
Oh, wow.
It's
Paul
pretty.
McCartney, Sir Paul, singing in Korean.
Yeah, well, he's not singing in Korean, but it is like you wouldn't even know it was a Paul McCartney record if I didn't know.
Right.
Oh,
But
this is a
singing
thing that
Little
exists.
Richard?
So is this
I'll
from a
Google it.
long time ago?
It's
like
from the
before-
80s.
Oh, wow.
Very weird, yeah.
That is weird.
So yeah, Paul
Yeah.
fan.
Well, you should
Yeah.
see him next time he comes to you.
I was
Yeah,
living
he's
in the
there.
West Village in like 1971, and the girl I was living with, it was her birthday. So we didn't have a whole hell of a lot of money, so we decided to go to this Italian restaurant right off Bleecker Street because we were living on Thompson Street. So we're walking down the street in May 23rd. Yeah, May 23rd was her birthday. We're walking down the street and sitting on the curb, smoking a joint, are John and Yoko. So we went past them, and she said, "That's John. That's John. That's John." I said, "Yeah, I know. So she said, "I have to go talk to him." So she went back, and she just stood in front of him. They looked up. Didn't know what to say, and she finally just said, "I love you." And he looked up, and he said, "I love you too." And
Yes.
then we all went on our way.
That's so cool.
But they were
That's
a
a cool
fixture.
Oh, so you didn't smoke a joint with?
No, I
You like
didn't.
joined in.
Well,
Smoke some sweet little.
yeah, I know. We used to run into them all the time. He was a big fixture in New York. I mean, he adopted New York as his home.
Yeah, and he basically could mix in with New York and people didn't harass him because New Yorkers are so used to famous people.
Right.
He could be almost not totally anonymous, but
You
relatively
can't. I don't know if that's
New
so
York.
much true now, but I
They left
remember,
him
like,
alone.
you know, at that time, when Jackie Kennedy was living in New York, and you'd see her running around the reservoir in Central Park, and nobody ever bothered her. Nobody ever said anything.
I think it's still
Different
kind
world
of.
now.
Yes,
well,
it
I
is.
think it's still kind of. I mean, maybe it's just me personally, but because when I used to live in the city, I saw celebrities and stuff, and I think people just were like, "Oh, hey, that was."
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
inured to it, you know.
I just walked past Bill Murray once. I'm just like, oh, yeah, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
But then that's it, you know.
All right, so this
I
is
started-
Castaway.
We're doing the
tell
Bill
this-
Murray experience this Memorial Day.
Can I tell the story? I passed Bill Murray 2 days before my wedding, and I bought this. My best man was an actor, and I bought a book that said about how to get work as an actor. And I passed Bill Murray on the street, and I had to stop. I had to. So I said, Mr. Murray, I'm really sorry. Normally I don't talk to celebs, but I just bought this book about acting for my friend who's my best man. I'm getting married in 2 days. Could you sign this book for me? So he said, let me see that book. So he takes the book and you got a pen? Which I happen to have. So I gave him a pen and he wrote in, what's your friend's name? I said, Cliff. He writes, Dear Cliff, get a job, throw this book away. Bill Murray. And then he just
He's
walks
like,
off.
"Don't do it."
It was so Bill Murray.
Yeah.
It was like, that's who he really was.
Perfect. All right, so this is the
You love
Beatles
the Beatles,
experience. It's the second Castaway concert series of this year. You're going to do more. You're going to do the Stones?
We'll
Next
see.
year?
We're just gonna have to, next time
You know
I'll
the
be here, I'll
Kinks.
be talking about it. The Kinks? Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Dark Side of the Moon.
they're my fave.
We're gonna do Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon at the same time. We're gonna do a theatrical experience. Like-
Seriously?
No, but you never know. I mean,
Why not?
I mean,
All right. So this is the Beatles experience, May 26th through 28th here at the Center. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 8 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. 3 p.m. on Sunday. Tickets are $25. This is a Castaway concert show. This is their second of this year. So you call us, 845-876-3080, Tuesday through Friday, noon to 5, Saturday 1 to 5, always online, centerforperformingarts.org. And we're going to hear a medley from these guys, and we'll be back.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Shine,
thank you so much to Sean and Brianna and Paul and Brandon and Emily and Kate. And what's your name?
I'm Kyra.
Kyra,
Hi.
whom we didn't see being interviewed, but you saw in a number, right?
We call her Shira.
Shira? Because she's shy? I don't think so. So that's our show. Thanks to everybody. And you know how to get in touch with us, 845-876-3080, centerforperformingarts.org. And we'll see you next month.